Hi beautiful souls, it's Tan back here with a midheaven video for you. So that was kind of something that I just put together to kind of demonstrate to you the vibes of the Pisces midheaven, because I think that the best way to figure out, to understand someone's midheaven sign is to kind of look at their work. So if you have a Pisces midheaven, I call you a work of the divine. But first we need to examine your IC, because like I said in the introduction video, that it's kind of really hard to figure out what and how to achieve your dreams and aspirations if you don't have that kind of very deep awareness of what's pushing you forward. So with a Pisces midheaven, you have a Virgo IC. So Virgo was, the kind of home life that you grew up in was highly Virgo-like. This means that your home was a little bit chaotic. Maybe there was a lot of activity going on. There was people coming and going, or maybe you had to even move homes a lot. So in a way, this does make you highly adaptable, but on the downside, it can make you highly anxious and nervous. And I kind of feel like I emphasize the negative aspects of the IC more than the positive, because it's really in the hardships of childhood, in the traumas of childhood, that we really seek to build our aspirations. I mean, in the positive part of the childhood, we build character, but in the hardships, we build our aspirations. We seek for evolution of a facet of the human psychology, and we want to be able to share that evolution with the world. The way that you cope with all of this activity going on at home was to hide away, was to be alone, you know? And you know that you should help your parents out. And sometimes you did, like sometimes you went out and you try to help them, but they were kind of like, no, you know what, you're not doing it the way that we want you to do it. They had expectations and you couldn't meet those expectations. And they were kind of like, just go and, you know, do your own thing. And you just kind of went back into your room and was hiding away. You preferred to hide away. So when you were a kid, you might have felt like your efforts were for nothing. So you really much just prefer to stay in your room and watch cartoons or read your books or just draw something or write something, because at least in your own mind, you could let your imagination go as wild as you want it to be. In your own mind, you could at least have fun and you could experience whatever you wanted to experience, and there was no expectation. You were conditioned as a child to then develop your mental capabilities. To gather knowledge and information and be very smart. You somehow developed a lot of skills as a result of your loneliness. You know, when you had to retreat to draw or to write or to read, you were kind of developing all these skills. You have a knowledgeable and an orderly inner self. You analyze your thoughts a lot. Why did that person say that? Why did they do that to you? Why did I say that? As a way of anchoring you and ground you, like you want to get to the bottom of things so that you can feel grounded. But it's also a way of trapping yourself in your own mind. So if we think back to the midheaven tree, yay, I like the midheaven tree, this is my midheaven tree. So knowledge, skills, and mental stimulation is at the root of the Pisces midheaven tree. As you build on these roots, as you get older, you know, in your 20s or 30s, depending on each different Pisces midheaven person, you build upwards to the trunk of the tree. You see, the midheaven is what you aspire to be in the world based on what you think is most important in life. That's going to be the branches and the leaves of the midheaven tree. You as a Pisces midheaven can now see the importance of being able to master and use the skills, the potentials that you have kind of been building from your childhood. This can be anything from actual practical skills to just skills of the mind, like the ability to synthesize, analyze, organize information, see pattern, things like that. So let's talk a little bit about intuition. A lot of people think that intuition is kind of like just having this aha breakthrough or moment, right? But the science behind intuition is that we gather a lot of information, and you know, our mind can store information, and some of this information gets stored in the unconscious mind. or the subconscious mind, and we don't ever think about this on a daily basis. We just let it kind of sit in there, like at the bottom of the ocean. But if it gets a trigger, like a person or a word or an image, then the conscious mind begins to make a connection with something in the subconscious mind, and it kind of pulls that up to the surface. So it can kind of almost seem like it's coming out of nowhere, but it's really not. You know what I mean? So a trigger in the conscious mind pulls up that which it can relate to in the subconscious mind. It makes a connection. So this is what the Pisces Midheaven ultimately does, is they go out into the world and they know exactly what they have to do to succeed. And people think that, wow, they're so intuitive, how do they even do it? What are they doing? And the Pisces Midheaven is not really going to be able to tell you how they can attain the success in that area. It's just like they just know what to do. And some of them can even be very good in intuitive careers. As the midheaven indicates your personal capabilities, like I said, the Pisces midheaven can really be very capable of pulling up stuff from the unconscious mind and kind of channel it into the world. Hence, I call it the work of the divine. You also have a disappearing act. A lot of Pisces midheaven will post a lot on social media, right? And then just not post again for like 3 months, because Pisces is a watery sign, so it's kind of going out into the world and it's absorbing energies of people, absorbing information online, and then it gets overwhelmed and it's like, whoa, too much, and it kind of needs to retreat and just be away from other people's, influence, and then it comes out again after 3 months and starts doing whatever it is that it needs to do. Because you still have that deep desire to make an impact. So you can't retreat forever. Retreating will not allow you to make the impact that you want to make. To really figure out what your true vocation is, I look to see which house Jupiter and Neptune and which sign it's placed in. But if we're only looking at the Pisces midheaven, can't really give you a concrete answer, just probably kind of a working environment that best suits you. And actually, I think this is one of the reasons why it's so hard for Pisces midheaven people to figure out what they want to do in their life, because you have to take into consideration the Jupiter and the Neptune, together. So with being kind of lost with your, life purpose, lost of a sense of direction in life, you can kind of end up being like this starving artist at 30 kind of a thing. Because Neptune is so foggy, right? And dreamy, and Jupiter expands everything. So you can kind of have like these big dreams, but then you don't know how to go about achieving that. You know that you want to change the world with your insights and your creativity, but you just don't know how. And you can at times be deluded by careers and projects that you think is going to help people, but actually doesn't. And you can't really do that 9 to 5, shift for your career, because your creativity comes and it goes like the tides, like the water. Sometimes when the creativity is just not coming and you have to stick to that 9 to 5 schedule, you just feel like, you just have to force yourself to do it. You can feel empty and stuck at work. So kind of being self-employed might be the best option. Just doing something where you can just kind of go with the flow. So when you feel lost, and this really goes out to the Pisces midheaven out there, I feel ya. When you feel lost with your sense of purpose and your life direction, you really need to revert back to the IC, to the roots, to kind of clear your mind, get a clearer perspective on things. So with the Virgo IC, what you need to really do when you're feeling lost is to analyze. You need to go back home, get on the internet, do some research, maybe type into Google life purpose, right? And then click on and read 5 different blogs, watch some YouTube videos about life directions or life purpose, talk to people about life purposes, put all this information inside your mind, and then whoosh, stop thinking. Because in that space between the thoughts, this is a thought and this is a thought, and this gap between the two thoughts, this is where you have your breakthroughs. This is where the insights can really grow. It's where the creativity can spark. If the mind never stops running, nothing ever sparks. So that's how you can build a stronger trunk for that beautiful midheaven tree. So this is gonna sound quite morbid, and I keep repeating this in my midheaven videos, but on your deathbed, as a Pisces midheaven, what you need to feel completely fulfilled on your deathbed is to know that you have used your creativity to inspire others, but it has to be a creativity that is channeled to you from something that is bigger than just your personal creativity. Taking messages of the universe, right, which is actually the messages of the collective conscious and unconscious mind, taking that message and spreading it out to the world so that people can be freed of suffering. They can be free of karma, because you ultimately want people to understand that we are all connected and we're all united. You know, we are the cosmos and we are one. We are not separated from each other and the cosmos. The energy that we have within us when we die is going to just be released. Energy can never be created nor destroyed. So our soul, our energy would be released. And all we can do is just be in the present moment and be present with it. So that's my take on the Pisces midheaven. If you have a Pisces midheaven or you know someone that does, please leave a comment below. Let me know your experiences with your aspirations in this life, and or maybe their experiences with their life goals and life purpose. And if you're new to the channel, then please hit the subscribe button to see more astrology content and turn on your notifications. That's all for today. I'll see you in the next video, and have a lovely, lovely day. Bye bye.